Hey guys, it's Glenn from glenscarcollection.com, and I wanted to film this video because my heart is still racing, and I want to do it while it's fresh in my mind. So I just ordered winter tires for the Audi S8. You've already seen our 5,000 mile review that I just posted last week. If you haven't, I'll link it at the end of the video, so you should watch that first. Snow tire time here in New Jersey. It's November. Typically, I switch to winter tires Thanksgiving weekend. I used to always do that myself, jack up the car. I order them from Tire Rack, so they're already mounted and balanced. And I just, plug and play, lift up the car, do the lug nuts, put it on. So this year I got a little lazy. I figured I'd just have my mechanic do it. I'll drop ship it to him since I just bought this car in August or whenever it was. And S8s, just so you know, are not like A8s. They only come with summer tires. And then if you wanted to buy winter tires, you can get winter tires. There's no all seasons. I guess it's considered a sports sedan, so it's one or the other. So what happened is I was waiting for, I drop shipped these tires, and I usually wait till Thanksgiving weekend. I ordered them probably the end of October, so they've been sitting at my mechanics because they only had like literally 3 left. And I'm like, shit, I need 4. How can I have 3? So I called Tire Rack, and they said, yeah, they have a 4th one, but it's going to come 2 different shipments from 2 different warehouses, and I'll have it there in a couple days. So it came early. I didn't know how long it was going to take, so I ordered them early. My mechanic is nice enough to hold on to them, and when I was ready to get them done. So I've been trying to clear my schedule. As you know, I'm a commercial real estate agent, so I have showings every day and meetings with tenants and potential tenants. So it was hard to coordinate when I didn't need the S8, because a lot of times I might have clients in my car, and I'd be using the 1M, which I'm sitting in now, in the meantime, when I don't have that. So it was hard to coordinate a good day. And then it rains a lot here. It rains 3 days a week, probably, at least, maybe 4 days. So what I was trying to do was coordinate where I didn't have to take the 1M out in the rain to work. So we had rain Monday and Tuesday, and I had this Wednesday set up perfectly for my tires. Went there first thing in the morning after getting the kids to school, and dropped the car off, had my wife take me back home so I could take the 1M to work. Now, my mechanic always takes my phone number, and I've been going there 12 years. He's never called me once. So when the tires were supposed to be, I guess he just doesn't like to talk on the phone. When the tires were coming in 2 different sets, a 3 and then the other 1, I called him, and he said the 3 are there. He'll call me when the 4th tower gets there. He never called, but I got an email confirmation so that I knew. So he never ever calls me. And I even said that this morning. I said he took my number again, but he never ever calls me. So I'm at work. Just finished lunch and getting ready to go out on an appointment, and I get a call from him, and he's like, it comes up on my phone, the name of his shop, and I'm like, oh boy, why is he calling me? I thought he was going to tell me the tires they sent didn't fit, or something was wrong with something, or one tire was a hole in it or something. So he tells me that there was a tow truck just dropping off a car, and the tow truck backed into my car. And he says, the damage isn't bad, but there's damage. And I'm like, oh, holy shit, I can't believe it. So he's like, how far away are you? And I said, well, I work about a half hour away. It's really more like 40 minutes, 45 minutes away. And he's like, well, you should come down here, because I don't know this tow truck driver. Call the police or get a police report, but you really should come down here. So I'm like, oh my God. So I hang up the phone, I run to work, to my parking garage, and get the 1M, and I'm driving here, and my heart's racing, and I'm trying to just remain calm, and I'm like, well, it could be worse. The 1M could have been there and backed into, or the Porsche could have, whoops, my phone going off, sorry about that. The phone could have, the Porsche could have been there, the NSX, so it could be a lot worse. If any car is going to get backed into, I want it to be the Audi, because that's my daily driver. Yeah, there's a good chance I'm going to put a lot of miles on the car. It's going to have some wear and tear, and I would probably, might have to trade it in at some point. So if it had a blemish on the Carfax, even though it's perfectly clear now, the Carfax, I'd rather it happen to that car. So then I'm wondering, so now I have to get in the car and drive down there. So now I'm thinking all these things, well, it's good to hit one of my other cars, but now I'm going to have diminished value. If I go to trade in this car 2 or 3 years from now, they're going to say, oh, there's an accident on the Carfax, we're going to give you $10,000 less. Then I'm thinking, well, now what's the damage? I'm going to have to get body work done to the car. I'm not going to be able to get the winter tires on. And, I'm going to be driving around in the 1M. I have all these other showings and stuff coming up. So all these things are racing through my mind. So, I got there pretty quickly, not because I was speeding, but, during the day there's a lot less traffic than, say, rush hour. And you know, I was trying to remain calm and my heart's still beating fast. So now when I'm pulling up to the shop, you know, after driving half hour, 35 minutes, I see a tow truck pulling out. And I'm like, oh my God, I got to take a picture of this tow truck, because what if he's leaving? I don't see a police there or any report. Maybe this is the tow truck, maybe it isn't, but I got to, you know, it says the name of the tow truck and the phone number on the side. So I'm trying to snap pictures, you know, as I'm waiting to turn into the parking lot to get it of this truck. And then I pull in there and, you know, they recognize the 1M, obviously, they must. And, you know, they're just going about their business, mechanic, and I've been going there forever, him and his, you know, I guess his right-hand man there, and they're just doing their mechanic work, like not even noticing I'm there, like probably wondering why I'm even there. And I'm like, well, that's odd. My car just got damaged. They called me to come down here. So I'm looking at my car, and I'm looking real closely. I don't see anything. You know, there's probably a nick or scratch here or there. You know, it's a 2013, but I don't see anything like new. So I see one of the guys there, and I go, tow truck backed into my car? And he looked at me, he goes, oh no, not your car, that other person's car. And I'm like, not my car? And then I go to the owner, and he's like, oh, I called you? And I'm like, holy shit, he called the wrong person. He goes, oh no, it's not your car, it's this other guy's car, and it wasn't, if your Audi's fine. So then I'm thinking about when he called, he didn't say Glenn, or your Audi was hit. He just said, hey, this is such and such, from such and such, you know, there's a tow truck here, and they accidentally backed in your car, and there's damage. So I'm like, oh my God, so best day of my life. My heart's still pounding, so I wanted to record this before I lost any emotion from it. But I'm like, oh my God, so here I think my Audi got backed into. All these things are going to happen, even though the damage most likely was probably minor. You know, it's going to be in the body shop. Now it's not original paint anymore. Now it's got a dirty Carfax. How am I going to do my real estate job without that car? And it turns out to be nothing. It was just crazy. So finally something worked out great. So I'm really thrilled about that. Sorry for the video. I just thought this would be cool to film something like that, because I haven't had that experience before where something bad happens and then they tell you it wasn't you. So thank God. Remember, guys, to like, share, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss a video. And we'll see you next time. Take care.